The concept of unsung heroes in biblical narratives invites us to delve into the stories of the ordinary individuals who played pivotal roles in the unfolding of biblical events, but often remain overshadowed by more prominent figures. These individuals, though not in the spotlight, are integral to the narrative's progression and offer rich lessons in humility, faith, and resilience. Their stories remind us that impactful contributions often come from places of obscurity and that heroism doesn't solely belong to the famous or powerful. By setting the context for unsung heroes, we emphasize the broader biblical principle that every person, regardless of their status, has potential for significant influence. The significance of acknowledging unsung heroes lies in their ability to reflect the divine purpose found in everyday lives. They embody the idea that God's plans involve both the mighty and the meek, illustrating that ordinary acts performed by ordinary people can have transformative effects. Through this lens, these figures offer a source of inspiration, inviting us to recognize the value and impact of our own seemingly small actions. Consider Jochebed, the mother of Moses, whose courage and ingenuity set her son on a path that would ultimately lead to the liberation of the Israelites. Her decision to hide Moses and eventually place him in a basket on the Nile was instrumental in preserving his life. Yet her role is often quickly bypassed in narratives focusing on Moses himself. Similarly, the story of Ruth, a Moabite woman, demonstrates unwavering loyalty and faith. Though she was a foreigner and widow, her choices directly contributed to the ancestral line of King David, highlighting the unexpected ways in which divine plans unfold. While acknowledging these unsung heroes can provide deeper understanding and appreciation of biblical narratives, some may argue that focusing on lesser-known figures might detract from the messages conveyed through dominant characters like Moses, David, or Jesus. Additionally, there can be varying interpretations of the extent of their influence or significance within the grand narrative. Connecting these unsung heroes to the broader theme of biblical legends underscores the holistic nature of divine plans. By revisiting their stories, we enrich our comprehension of the narratives as a whole, recognizing that the extraordinary often emerges from the ordinary. This perspective encourages a more inclusive understanding of heroism, inviting us more deeply into the weave of human experience where every thread is significant and contributes to the larger tapestry. The concept of identifying the ordinary characters, beyond the prominent figures, revolves around recognizing the lesser-known individuals within biblical narratives who, despite not being at the forefront like Moses or David, played crucial roles in the unfolding of these stories. These figures, though not as celebrated, often exhibit profound faith, resilience, and moral courage, contributing significantly to biblical events and their outcomes. Acknowledging them allows a more holistic understanding of these narratives, showcasing the diverse, often understated contributions that, when combined with those of the prominent figures, create rich and multifaceted stories. This point is vitally significant as it broadens our perspective of the biblical tales, offering a deeper appreciation for the diverse cast of characters that populate these stories. It humanizes the narratives, reminding us that divine plans often unfold through the most unexpected of individuals. This understanding encourages readers to draw parallels with their own lives, recognizing the potential for greatness within everyday actions and decisions, thus making the biblical stories more relatable and inspirational. One specific example is the story of Miriam, the sister of Moses, who played a pivotal yet often overlooked role in safeguarding Moses' life during infancy. Her quick thinking and bravery ensured Moses' survival, eventually leading him to fulfill his destiny as a leader. Another example is that of Barnabas in the New Testament, whose support and encouragement were instrumental in the ministry of Paul the Apostle. Barnabas' faith and mentorship helped shape Paul's remarkable journey, underlining the impact of secondary characters in encouraging and facilitating prominent leaders. While many scholars and theologians support the recognition of these unsung heroes, arguing that it enriches our understanding of biblical narratives, some may contend with the emphasis on these figures, suggesting it might detract from the divinely ordained missions of major personalities. Furthermore, focusing on ordinary characters might skew interpretations of biblical intent, raising debates about authorial focus and narrative intent. However, exploring these characters complements the main topic of biblical legends by illustrating the interconnectedness of all participants within divine narratives. Their contributions remind us that history is often shaped not just by the choices of the renowned, but by the countless ordinary individuals whose stories are less told yet equally profound. In considering these characters, audiences are encouraged to reflect on their own roles in the unfolding narratives of their lives, enhancing personal and collective engagement with these timeless stories. Roles and contributions of ordinary characters within biblical narratives play a crucial part in shaping the overarching stories and messages within the scriptures. These figures, often overlooked, serve to support, challenge, and enhance the journeys of more prominent biblical heroes, providing a rich, multi-dimensional tapestry that deepens our understanding and appreciation of these ancient texts. The significance of this point is that while the spotlight often shines on figures like Moses, David, or Jesus, it is the seemingly minor actors who frequently embody the collective faith and moral values of the time, illustrating that greatness often arises from humble origins and collective efforts. For instance, consider the midwives Shiphrah and Puah in the book of Exodus. Their courageous defiance against Pharaoh's decree to kill newborn Hebrew boys is instrumental in allowing Moses, a central figure in biblical lore, to survive and ultimately fulfill his destiny. Similarly, the story of Ruth highlights the profound impact of loyalty and devotion. Ruth's steadfast support to her mother-in-law Naomi not only ensures their survival, but also places Ruth in the lineage of King David and, according to Christian tradition, Jesus himself. These examples underscore the real-world notion that everyday actions and decisions can have far-reaching consequences. They remind us that heroism often resides in the quiet, steadfast adherence to one's values, even in the face of adversity. Scholars and theologians alike often emphasize these narratives as evidence that ordinary individuals, through their faith and integrity, contribute significantly to the divine plan. However, there are challenges and alternative viewpoints. Some may argue that these characters are merely narrative devices intended to move the plot or provide moral lessons, questioning the depth of their agency or impact. Furthermore, conflicting interpretations may arise around the intention and significance of these minor characters based on different religious traditions and cultural perspectives. Within the broader context of unsung heroes, the ordinary characters behind biblical legends, examining these roles and contributions highlights an essential aspect of the scripture's narrative structure, that every part, no matter how small, is integral to the whole. This viewpoint challenges readers to reevaluate traditional notions of heroism and encourages a more inclusive appreciation of the diverse characters who shape these timeless stories, thus connecting deeply with the overall theme of uncovering and celebrating hidden contributions. The heading, Comparative Analysis, Ordinary Characters Across Different Biblical Texts, refers to an examination of the lesser-known figures in the Bible who played crucial roles in the unfolding of significant events. These ordinary characters, often overshadowed by prominent biblical figures such as Moses or David, nonetheless contribute meaningfully to the narratives and lessons within the scripture. By analyzing these characters across different texts, we can uncover insights into their roles, motivations, and impacts within the biblical stories, emphasizing the theme of unsung heroes. The significance of this comparative analysis lies in its ability to highlight the importance of these ordinary figures, promoting an inclusive understanding of biblical stories. These characters demonstrate that significant contributions are not limited to well-known heroes. Instead, they show that everyday individuals often drive key events and offer powerful lessons about faith, courage, and resilience. Consider the example of Naaman's servant girl in the Book of Kings. A young, unnamed Israelite girl suggests that the Syrian commander Naaman should visit the prophet Elisha to heal his leprosy. Her simple and seemingly small action initiates a sequence leading to Naaman's healing and subsequent conversion to faith in the God of Israel. Another example is the widow of Zarephath in the Book of Kings, who, in the midst of a famine, shares her last meal with the prophet Elijah. Her act of kindness not only sustains Elijah, but also results in a miracle that provides sustenance for her and her son throughout the famine. In examining these characters, scholars and readers alike recognize the Bible's overarching message, that faith and good deeds by even the least among us can lead to extraordinary outcomes. However, challenges arise when identifying the significance of these lesser-known figures. Critics may argue that the focus on major biblical heroes provides clearer moral lessons and more impactful narratives, while others believe emphasizing minor characters dilutes the central messages of the text. This analysis connects to the broader theme of unsung heroes by showcasing how ordinary individuals quietly shape biblical history. Their stories offer inspiration and comfort to contemporary audiences, suggesting that anyone, regardless of status or renown, can make a profound difference. Understanding these characters' roles not only enriches our comprehension of the biblical text, but also fosters a deeper appreciation for the diverse voices and figures that comprise these ancient narratives.